Wyoming's education system is given a failing grade in a national report. We'll let you know what the state superintendent plans to do about it. Plus, the wind and cold here in Wyoming doesn't really help our skin, but we have some tips to ease the dryness. And our region is giving one of the worst grades when it comes to the speed of our mail delivery. Watching News Channel 5 at 10, and your news starts now.
You're watching KGWN-TV Cheyenne. Live from Wyoming's news leader, this is News Channel 5 at 10.
It's now turning into an annual thing. A survey finds the 50 states deserve only a combined grade of C for their efforts to improve education quality.
A national magazine says this is because schools are having trouble attracting and keeping good teachers. Good evening, I'm Doug Barden.
And I'm Jennifer Kabala.
Before we go to our top story, 4 people were seriously injured in a car accident on Railroad Road today, just west of US 30.
It happened around 2 o'clock this afternoon in Fire District 2, and the Sheriff's Department, Wyoming Highway Patrol, and ambulances were all at the scene.
A Dodge pickup occupied by David and Joan Ballraff of Cheyenne and a Pontiac Sunbird with 2 teens inside collided. Both cars went off the road into a ditch, with the Sunbird rolling at least once. The teens had to be extracted from the car with the jaws of life.
The Sheriff's Department says the accident looks like a rear-end collision, but authorities are still investigating the crash. All 4 people were transported to UMC West for treatment. The Ballraffs have been released. No word yet on the conditions of the teens.
The report cards are in, and Wyoming gets an F for improving quality teachers' education.
All 50 states are getting poor marks when it comes to allowing unqualified teachers into your child's classroom.
As our Russell Haythorne reports, the results are concerning, but not shocking to state officials.
Education Week magazine scores Wyoming 49th out of 50 states, giving our state an F on improved teacher quality. The new report says all 50 states aren't making the grade, citing an alarming number of loopholes that could allow teachers without basic teaching skills into classrooms. Education Week editor Virginia Edwards says no state received an A and only 4 states received a B. Connecticut scored highest with an 86%. The report says Wyoming's teacher salaries haven't kept pace with inflation over the past decade, and incentives to recruit qualified teachers are inadequate. But the report does praise Wyoming for reacting in a constructive manner to the issue. State officials are now making teacher quality a priority.
I do believe there's information in here that we can connect with other states on some of the things that they are doing well. Some of the things including mentoring programs for new teachers.
But Catchpole and Governor Jim Geringer say other parts of the report aren't as useful, and some of the data collected is misinterpreted by Education Week.
By comparison, you would get the impression that somehow Wyoming is less capable of teaching its students than other states. I disagree.
Geringer says the focus in Wyoming has and always will be assuring every child is being taught by a qualified teacher, and Catchpole says there are many good things going on in Wyoming schools, and the state will accept this report as a call to improve, and Wyoming will look forward to recognition for that improvement in the years to come. Russell Haythorne, News Channel 5.
The governor says some of the extensive education reform that has taken place in Wyoming involves an overhaul of our financing system.
He also lists a number of state policies that experts believe contribute to teacher quality.
16 schools and organizations are getting some grant money. It's all part of Governor Geringer's new program to help fund wildlife and natural resource conservation projects. Under the governor's youth initiative, Geringer auctions off 20 complimentary hunting licenses. Geringer honored 4 of the grant winners during a visit yesterday to Lander. The largest awards were $5,000 each to the Fort Bridger Elementary School in Sweetwater County, Franny Elementary in Bighorn County, Rocky Mountain District Kiwanis Club, Lander Valley High School, and Cody Middle School.
And we have an update on a story we brought to you a little bit earlier. The 2 teens in that accident on Railroad Road are in the ICU unit at UMC West. They're both in critical condition. And students from Laramie County School District 1 showed off their skills in the annual spelling bee today.
Chinchilla. Chinchilla. Chinchilla.
The school competed for the 1999-2000 spelling bee title. Students were eliminated by a written test followed by an oral round of spelling. This year's winner is 6th grader Caitlin Allen from Pioneer Park Elementary School.
I'm really excited about it. I won last year, so I'm really, really excited about it this year.
What did you have to do to get ready for this?
Well, I'd go through my spelling list, and I'd either write it down in a notebook or I'd practice it one by one. Saying it, spelling it, and then saying it.
And here's a look at the top 5 spellers. First, Caitlin Allen, followed by Michael Williams. Third place goes to Rochelle Smith. Joan Park and Garrett Grossbeck finished 4th and 5th. The top 3 spellers will go on to compete in the county competition on February 16th. A former permit manager at the Army's chemical weapons incinerator in Utah says officials rigged tests and misled regulators to hide the plant's inability to safely dispose of obsolete nerve agents. Gary Harris says officials at Thule Chemical Agent Disposal Facility knew nerve agent residue remained on weapons parts sent to a Denver scrap metal business. He says the incineration process is inherently dangerous, doesn't destroy the nerve agent, and shouldn't be going on. Harris said he was told he would be fired if he publicly discussed safety problems. Plant officials say the incinerator is safe. Harris is the 5th former official at the incinerator to allege environmental and safety problems. And the operators of a wolf sanctuary are suing Laramie County, Colorado. The county has asked the sanctuary to get rid of a dozen animals as part of its zoning approval for the wolf rescue. The wolf sanctuary is in the Wrist Canyon west of Fort Collins. There are currently 42 wolves and wolf hybrids at the facility. The county commission recently voted to limit the number of animals to 30. County commissioners say the limit would reduce the impact of the sanctuary on neighboring homes. But owners of the sanctuary are suing the county, saying the limit on animals is based on fear rather than sound evidence or constitutional law.
Authorities are still investigating the cause of a single-story house fire on the 2300 block of Thomes Avenue today. According to the Cheyenne Fire Department, the call came in just after 1 this afternoon. 15 to 16 firefighters responded to the fire from the Fox Farm, Western Hills, and headquarters stations. According to CFD, 1 man was removed from the house, given first aid, and taken to UMC West. There were also 2 dogs taken from the home. No word yet on the condition of the man. And Judy was sending out for a first look at weather with Kyler Diggs, and Kyler's really warmed up. I mean, it's almost, I don't want to say spring-like, but,
no, but
it feels nice.
Yeah, it does feel pretty nice out there, and had a little bit cooler air trying back in here today. Didn't have a whole lot of success doing it, but it was enough to bring us a few snow showers. But we didn't have anything like what they have seen in Sheridan over the last 24 to 36 hours. Remember yesterday I was saying we weren't getting the snow, but Sheridan was. Well, they saw up to 22 inches of snow in some parts of Sheridan County. It even stranded 2 school buses and forced a snowplow to run right off the road, and it had to be pulled out of the snow. So some real problems there. I-90 was closed for a time, but it has since been reopened. But needless to say, at least somebody